All right, we're back for another episode of Live from Ox City. I just want to get back to what I was talking to you about before, because before, as we were talking about DJ Khaled, the album, the new album, because it has a song with Nas and Jay-Z and somebody else, some other French guy, right?
Is he French?
No, I just made
I
that
don't.
up.
Uh,
No,
I
but
don't.
my question was that I wanted to bring up to you on here was, what does DJ Khaled do other than yell?
He's a he's a record producer. What does Puff do?
I don't know.
Other than say take that.
Doesn't he? I mean, like the Chappelle skit, isn't that pretty? Like, that's what he does, right?
Cambodian goat milk, Cambodian breast milk, or whatever.
Like that's all he like. He just sends people across town for ice cream.
No, he puts people together. He's a curator of music. He's kind of like that.
See, whenever I ask about DJ Khaled, it's always answered in some kind of like weird abstract term like that.
Okay,
Like,
so what does Quincy Jones do?
I don't know. I don't know what he does either.
So they're producers. So they're not beat
I get
makers.
that Quincy
they're not
Jones is a producer. I get that.
Why?
Because the difference is like it's not beats. You know, like he's directing musicians, right? Quincy Jones would be in the studio or in the booth or whatever, directing musicians, like handling music, you know, arranging the music, you know, like the different sections and all that.
Okay, so
right?
what you just said, insert DJ Khaled's name.
Okay, but does he make the beats? Is that what is he making that?
No,
You know,
I don't think
like how Timbaland makes beats.
No, he's not a beat maker. He's a producer.
So if you're but most of the stuff that he produces is hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
That is loop based music. Like it's beats.
Wow, what a great way of simplifying hip hop.
It is. No, it is.
Loop based. I mean, okay, sure. All right.
But I'm saying if you're the person who makes a beat, you know, like if somebody came and brought a beat to DJ Khaled, what is he gonna change to make it like a DJ Khaled thing?
Well, I would have to see what the original beat was, or what the from start to finish product is. We don't know that, and then also
nobody knows. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm asking, because nobody ever says.
I'll tell you this: he's not getting a full album and then saying like a complete album, and then just like, okay, let me say DJ Khaled, we the best here. Let me put that. He's not doing that. If that's what
I mean, he is, but he's doing more than that, is what you're saying.
Yeah, 100%.
Right. But when I ask, people don't say he produces the beats, like comes up with the music ideas.
Okay, so all right, so what the process probably is, I don't know, but it's probably something like a beat maker producer is sending him a bunch of tracks, right?
Okay.
Say, some DJ Mustard sends him like 10 tracks, right? I don't know if DJ Mustard probably not on. He's probably doing that for his own self, but whatever. Producer X sends him 10 tracks, and then he's going through them, and then he's like, okay, I like this one, or I don't really like some of these. Come in and let's come up with something together. All right, this person will be good on this, and I would like this person on this as well, and you should change the beat here. Or like when people get in the booth, he's like, oh, maybe you should say it like this, or maybe you add a third verse on it, right? Or maybe I don't know, but he's producing.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's a collection. He's not rapping or making the beats, and he's certainly not just getting a submitted verse album
I
where
guess
they're
it's
just
kind of
like,
weird. He seems like the only one. He seems like the only producer that has albums. Like it's his album, you know.
no, he's not the only one.
But like when Puff did it, he was rapping on his, right?
Yeah, I
And
mean
then who
DJ
else?
Khaled said some.
He just yells shit, doesn't he?
Yeah, he said some verses sometimes, but yeah, you're right. But he's a DJ. He's a DJ. Like comes from DJing. Like if you wanna get down to it,
Okay.
like he
See, that
comes
makes
from
more
DJ.
sense to me. Okay, he actually was. He comes from DJ.
Oh, he was a super successful DJ in Miami
Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know if that's just
and
his
radio
thing.
guy. He was on the radio like yelling at people in the morning.
Oh, okay.
He was big time, big time.
See, I didn't know any of this. I didn't know that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, nah, he was big time, like for sure. And
So he's
and
always been yelling like that.
he's always been like that.
Okay.
He's always been like that. I actually saw him in the mall when he first like started getting Snapchat famous. Cause there was a time where it was like DJ Khaled's the anthem guy. All I do is win and hands go up and all that DJ. But then he kind of crossed over, and he was like on Ellen, and he was alongside Beyonce.
That's when
But
he
that
started
was
making
due
a
to-
lot more money, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, that was around the time where he blew up on Snapchat. And
Blew up on Snapchat for what?
for like doing funny stuff, like being himself.
Oh, okay.
And I remember one time I was walking through the mall in Miami, and I I put this. It was crazy because I put it together way later. But I was walking next to the Apple store, and it was packed. Like Apple stores are super packed, but this was wall to wall packed. And they were all circling around some person who was doing like a selfie. And I couldn't see who it was. Like like basically he was like getting all the people in the background in his selfie.
Okay.
And I couldn't see who it was, but I was just walking by. I wasn't about to go in there. Obviously. And so I walking by, like didn't think of anything of it until like maybe months later or 2 months later or whatever. It was like, oh, that was the DJ Khaled thing. Like, cause
That was a Snapchat, probably.
that became his thing. Like he would like pop up to certain places and be like, oh, I'm gonna be here or whatever, and people would show up and he would all get them in a selfie.
Okay.
Type of, or a Snapchat or whatever you call it, and a snap. He would snap them. And
How long ago were we talking? I mean,
this was a couple years ago. This was probably
a couple years ago.
This was like 5 years ago around
Okay.
there. 5-7 years ago around there.
Yeah. Okay.
And yeah, that's how I was like, wow, that was DJ Khaled or whatever in that situation.
DJ Khaled, the producer.
Yeah. Wait, so you hate him too, or just Drake?
No. I don't hate him. I don't.
Oh.
I just don't know never really understood what he did, because I didn't know that. I didn't know like he came from that background. I thought he just called himself that.
I would say he's just, yeah, like I don't know what you would label him. But he definitely is like a music curator.
Yeah. Well, what do you think about that song?
Which one?
The Nas Jay-Z. Actually, before that, I thought the Drake song was okay.
Are you okay? Is everything okay now?
Yeah.
That you said that? Oh, okay.
Like I said before, I think it sounded okay because he sounded like somebody else. Because it sounded like The Weeknd. That's what I liked about it, but I liked it. So good for him.
Got to start somewhere. The Jay-Z record, I think, or the Jay-Z Nas record, I think it was good. I mean, I like the visuals better. I think it was okay. I've yet to hear. They came out with a video.
Oh.
I think it's the Nas Jay-Z thing is always just a letdown.
Oh, when they get together.
Yeah, I think. Don't get me wrong, it was cool. It was, it's cool. But is it gonna be in my playlist moving forward? Probably not. Probably not.
We got intruders here.
Okay.
Is this a place where I would just order a full cake for myself?
What happened?
I said, is this a place where I would just order a full cake for myself?
I think it's just a bunch of sweets. It's some name. I don't know.
Red Ribbon Bakery is opening. It's opening up. Red Ribbon Bakery opening Oxnard. Me, Amy, Oxnard, Red Ribbon Bakery.
You ate there before? Do you know what it is?
What, I ate a cake? I ate a whole cake there.
It's like a sweets place.
No, I've never been to a sweets place.
It's called Red Ribbon. It's literally one word. No. It's one word subtracted and two switched around from Red Robin.
That's what I thought it was when you sent it to me, and that's why I was interested. But once I figured out it was stupid mango supreme cakes, and I'm out.
Yeah. No, I never heard of it before, to be honest with you.
Well, that's fantastic that it's coming to Oxnard.
But do you eat sweet?
Excited.
Do you eat sweet? Is there a go-to sweet spot that you go to? Like
sweet spot?
Ice cream or yogurt or bread? Or
well, I go to Blenders.
Okay.
That's my sweets.
It's your sweet spot? It's your sweets?
Yeah, I try not to eat sweets too often. If I do, I usually eat gummies, gummy bears, or I think I told you about. Don't have those. Don't have the sugar-free gummy bears. You know about the sugar-free?
No, what happened with that?
For whatever reason, I guess they cause stomach problems. So if you eat those, you usually get gassy, like real bad.
Oh,
so
really?
I was eating gummy bears at home, and I was thinking like, oh man, I wish I could have gummy bears more often, but they're obviously not great for you. So I thought, man, what if I just got sugar-free gummy bears? And so I ordered some sugar-free gummy bears that I found on Amazon, and I ate them, and I found out that they have a really bad impact on your stomach, and they make you fart and shit a lot.
All sugar-free gum? Or all sugar-free gummy bears?
I think it might just be this Haribo.
That brand. Was just the brand. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
I'm trying to see if I can find some of the other people that left reviews about. Well, I didn't leave a review, but other people that tried the sugar-free gummy bears, and they left their review on whatever site, and they told their story of what happened to them when they ate the sugar-free gummy bears. But I can't find it.
Oh, shucks. So the Red Ribbon is opening. What do you think the grand opening is going to look like? What's the
I
obvious
think
thing that they're gonna have on the grand opening?
a
A
gigantic
red
pair of scissors.
ribbon. No, I don't. It's supposed to. It's. I guess it's next to Walmart. The in Rose.
That sounds about right.
Well, there's a Dairy Queen right there, isn't there?
There's still Dairy Queen?
There's like some Foster's free. There's something in there that's like sweets.
Yeah,
Also.
I think it. Well, I mean, last time I was over there, it was Dairy Queen, from what I remember.
Yeah.
But there's Dairy
Yeah.
Queen. There's Wingstop is right there.
Yeah. That's the. Yeah.
Do you shop at Walmart?
Yeah. Yep. You gotta go mingle with the people in Walmart. You'll find some stuff, man, in Walmart.
Yeah. I always thought it smelled like syrup, and that made me upset.
I think that's the day you went.
It might be.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be.
Okay, here we go.
What?
Bought these after reading the reviews and decided to prank my cousin. It worked like a charm. After eating handfuls, he was on the toilet for days. He continued to eat them, not knowing they were the cause of his explosive diarrhea. Only when he finished the bag did I decide to reveal my secret.
Dang. Man, that's messed up.
Did you hear that sonic boom? Yeah, that was me after 3 of these.
So
That's one
everyone,
review.
this is for everybody. That's pretty much
Another
happening.
review just says, help me.
Oh, so that's actual cry for help. Like
Yeah.
someone should. They're probably like locked up in somewhere. He's just making a joke out of it.
Tastes amazing, but hurts like none other coming out. Perfect for coworkers or friends.
Dang.
Good cleanser.
Is it like a CBD thing?
No, it's just a sugar-free thing.
Oh, okay. Sugar-free gummy bears. You like gummy bears or gummy worms or
Bears?
bears?
Yeah, I don't gummy worms if they have the sugar on them.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Oh, no. Like the regular ones.
Oh, the shape. So like a
Yeah.
flattened out bear.
Sure. Or a worm.
I'm a bear guy. I'm a bear.
All right.
Would
Okay,
you say
are
that you're a
you?
worm?
I don't eat either of them. What about are you a was it licorice or is red vines and licorice the same thing?
I think so.
Okay, what about Twizzlers or red vines?
Red vines.
Okay.
Twizzlers are weird.
They're weird?
They have a weird taste.
Oh, okay.
Do you eat
I
those
don't-
at all?
Yeah, I don't really do the sweets thing anymore.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
I've
don't
had
eat
them
them either,
obviously.
but you remember them, right?
Yeah. I'd say red vines. Red vines because there's more in the spiral little thing.
You eat black licorice?
No, I've never touched black licorice or get near it.
What
It
about
just look-
Jägermeister?
The drink?
Yeah. It tastes like black licorice.
No, I never had it.
Yeah, you don't seem like a Jägermeister guy.
No. What is that considered?
A Jägermeister guy?
Yeah, what is that? Like a whiskey or something?
Oh, I think it's a liquor or liqueur, right?
Is brown? Is it brown?
It's
liquor?
like black.
Oh, dang.
That's what I'm saying. It's like black licorice. It's like thick.
Shoot. Yeah.
It's disgusting. I don't know why some people.
Oh, okay.
It's for
Yeah,
like 20-year-olds, you know. I don't know.
Now, do you
Maybe
remember what was the blue one?
Adios.
Hypnotic.
Oh, that's what. Yeah,
Yo,
Hypnotic.
Hypnotic scared me. I'm not gonna lie. Because
Did
people
somebody
who
own Hypnotic? Was that somebody's
I
thing
don't
that they
know.
were pushing?
Maybe I think it was Puff actually,
That sounds right.
but
Because it had something attached to it like that, to where it was like the one.
something. Yeah.
That's why it was that one, you know.
I just remember watching like a early Fabulous video, and they were drinking Hypnotic. Like everyone was drinking Hypnotic. That was around the time that it was kind of popping. But man, that thing's. I don't know. It seemed like all the people, all the super like turned up people, like were drinking Hypnotic. So I was like, oh, I don't know. That was like
What do you
early
mean?
drinking.
Like you were afraid of it?
Yeah, I was like basic. I was started off kind of basic.
Did you think it was absinthe?
What's that?
Absinthe is the one where you're supposed to like hallucinate.
Oh, and that's a drink?
Mm-hmm.
No, I never heard of that.
I think it's illegal in the United States. Like the kind that makes you hallucinate. There's some chemical that's in it. Something to do with a worm, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not.
But it was like a European thing, and people would drink it and hallucinate and get all
Is
high.
it the toad, like Mike Tyson says?
What do you mean?
You never seen the Mike Tyson show where he's like, yeah, you ever do the toad?
The cartoon?
No, it's a real Mike Tyson, the human.
Mike Tyson 3D.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he had his show Hotboxing, and he was always asking people, "You ever do the toad?" It's
What
like
does that mean?
it's something like a hallucinogenic thing where
Oh.
people get closer to God and stuff. Like they go to certain depths of society and humanity, and it's crazy. I guess.
I don't
I
know.
mean, I never.
I always thought that Vincent Van Gogh did it, and I know that he cut his ear off, I think. So I don't know if he was, tweaking out on absinthe when he did that. I don't know. But,
So who did the Mona Lisa?
one of the Ninja Turtles. I can't remember which one. Leonardo.
Leonardo da Vinci.
I think so.
Okay.
I feel like
Is it,
that's something we should know.
I mean, not really.
Not really. Who cares? But I was right.
Who? Leonardo da Vinci?
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you know any other works of art that the Ninja Turtles have done?
No.
Sistine Chapel,
What's that?
Michelangelo.
Yeah, I'm not big into art.
I don't think you have to be big into art to know that Michelangelo did the Sistine
Is he an
Chapel.
artist?
Yep. He's not a current artist, like a modern artist. But
Yeah. I'm not big into art.
okay. Did you watch the NFL
Basquiat.
draft?
You heard of Basquiat? I've heard of him.
No.
Yeah. He's the hip hop generation Michelangelo.
I thought who's the other guy? Cartoon? Mr. Cartoon?
Mr. Cartoon?
But you're not going to say him? The Clippers jersey
Is
guy?
he an artist? I mean, is he like doing, or is he doing mainly tattoos and stuff? I'm guessing he probably does murals and stuff.
Sistine Chapel looks like a tattoo. Sleeve.
I don't even know what that is. What is that?
It's the chapel.
Oh, okay. I don't
know
Who
where
did
it's
that?
at.
Michelangelo?
Yeah, he painted it. It's up on the
Okay.
ceiling.
All right. Shout out to him.
Did you watch the draft?
I watched highlights of the draft. So no. No.
Did you
I didn't watch
only?
it.
Nah, you didn't watch any of it.
Nah. I mean, because you knew who was going to be number one. And then I saw who the Raiders picked.
Yeah.
I saw that Joe Horn was mad that his son didn't get coverage or something when he got drafted.
Joe Horn played in the NFL, right?
Yeah, he was a Pro Bowler. He
Right.
played
and
on
then
the
his son got picked.
he played on the Saints.
I watched it. I went over to Zach's place and hung out with him and Josh and watched it. Both who have been guests on this show. And so the Rams didn't have a pick, so he was just watching everybody else draft, but it was cool. It was like, and it's like the first time really got to hang out with these guys in a long time because of all this stuff. So we watched it. One round of the first round of the draft was like 3 hours, I think.
How much time do they get? Like 5 minutes each?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah. But I had been following it. I had been, looking at who I want the Raiders to draft and all that stuff, but just wondering what was going to happen with it. So far, I'm super happy with what the Raiders did. I don't know.
Yeah, they got a lot of people were like, man, that offensive lineman, but then they got the best safety in the draft.
Yeah, they traded up to get that guy.
Yeah.
But even talking to Zach, who is a Steelers fan, he's been following the thing super, super closely, and he had guys throughout the whole draft really that he was interested in, like he wanted the Steelers to draft, and a couple of those guys the Raiders ended up drafting, like some of those middle round picks, like the third round picks. But
the end.
Yeah. Yeah, one of those two guys in the third round, like the 70 Raiders had 79 and 80, and one of the guys, I think his name was Divine Diablo from Buffalo.
Yeah. The DN was from Buffalo.
And Malcolm Kuntz. I couldn't remember from where he's from, but yeah, I liked it. I was, the whole draft, there weren't many surprises, like you said, like we all knew what was going to happen for those first, except for the third pick, because the Niners, like the Niners moved up to get to number 3, and so people were thinking that they might take Mac Jones, the Alabama quarterback. People thought they might take Justin Fields, the Ohio State guy, but they ended up taking Trey Lance from North Dakota State, I think. So that made sense once they did that, and then everything kind of fell the way that I thought it would, and then the Raiders came up, and of course, when the Raiders come up, I'm just thinking, like, just pick somebody that I know their name, like I know who it is. That's the last thing you want to hear when it's the first round pick, and then you've never heard the name before,
Oh, they're notorious.
I know, so it's like, I just please pick somebody that I know their name.
Well, since they got, in the past 5 years, it's been less of, all right, check whoever ran the fastest 40 time, check the top 3 people. It's like, okay, that's who could possibly be a draft pick by the Raiders.
Yeah.
And what's up with that dude, was his name Mel Kiper, right?
Yeah.
Is he still doing the NFL draft stuff?
Yep.
So what's his life like? Do you think he's literally just...
It's not just him, though. It's him
it's the other guy.
Todd McShay.
The younger Mel Kiper.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mel Kiper looks like Dracula, like a nerd
Yeah.
Dracula.
Yeah, he definitely looks like he could be in like a serial killer movie or something.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Yeah,
his whole life has to be just watching film.
that's what I'm
You know?
saying. That's dedication right there.
And he's wrong all the time.
I think so.
Yeah, he is.
I
And
want.
then,
I
but it's
wonder
just
if.
so hard to go back and look.
Yeah, I
Like
wonder what his. I wonder how you measure that.
how accurate they are.
Yeah, I don't. They don't really say, "Oh, he's gonna be a bust" or not, right? They just kind of say, "Oh, I
No, I
think
mean
he'll
they'll
be
give them
higher."
comparisons, or they'll predict who is going to get picked where. That's the main thing.
I think the value comes in also in knowing what they are and knowing who they are too. Because like especially during the draft or and leading up to the draft, if they say like certain names and they have like a whole rundown on these players, then it's more informative and it's more like credibility towards the network. So that's
Yeah.
probably more so why they keep him on, even if he's like striking out on all these people.
Yeah. I
He
mean,
knows them. You know what I mean?
he strikes out all the time, and I
Yeah.
still look at the mock drafts that he does.
Yeah, because he
You know,
knows.
so
That's
like,
what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah.
but Mayock, the
Yeah, I was
Raiders
about to
guy,
say.
you
He
know,
used
like
to be
he
that.
used to do that. He did that. I think he said he did it for 16 years.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing that I remind myself of when the Raiders pick that whoever like Mike, since Mayock isn't one of the draft experts anymore, that they put his mock drafts up, like some of the players that he has higher on his draft board aren't going to be seen by, you know, the public. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if he's keeping all that to himself and to the organization, then, you know, we're not going to catch hold of it. So if he thinks Alex Leatherwood is the best offensive tackle, or like if he rates the highest or whatever, you know, then that would have shot him up to where picking him at 17 wouldn't have been so crazy. But it ended up, you know, working out. Like they could have picked that safety with the first pick anyways. You know, so it ended up working out. So, but I was looking for, when the guys got drafted, how much crying was happening, because I remember when we were talking about the NBA draft, that there was a lot more crying this year than in previous.
Really?
I
don't think so. Oh, because
I
they were
thought
at
so.
home, maybe. That could be it. Because they were at home and they were like around their family more, and you know, it was more. It wasn't in front of a crowd, so that might
It was
be.
in front of millions of people. They know it's
But
in front
it's
of millions of
both
people.
are in front of millions of people. But I'm saying in front of a live crowd, like Madison Square Garden or wherever they have them. That's
You
why
don't
they're not
think
crying like ugly cry and stuff. They're
you
at
don't
home.
think you don't think softness is starting to creep in?
No, I'm just saying. I think, like I said, I think it was because they're at home more so. Because there people have been crying forever since the beginning of time. But I honestly think it's because they were at home. They were like, it's more comfortable to cry. Was there a lot of people crying in the NFL draft?
In the NBA draft,
I'm
in the
saying
NBA
was
draft there were. No, in the NFL draft there weren't.
okay.
So I was kind of, I don't know. I was kind of disappointed maybe with the NBA. But
That's
no, you're
such a
right. People have
weird
been.
angle to take on the draft. It's just like, it's like, all right, upcoming next is Sports Center, and you're just like, stand up like this year sucked. There was too many people crying. I was like, what?
It was just something
Such
that I
a
was
random
looking for.
weird angle.
It's something that I was
This
paying
year
attention
compared to
for.
last year, I will say that there was 5% more crying.
Well, they didn't cry. So, shout out to them.
I like watching the things, and this is the last thing about the draft. Shout out to all the football fans, but I like watching when they call them, like when they'll do like hey, this is the coach, like we're about to select you and stuff, and see their reaction. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's like, all right, cool, all
Yeah.
right, thanks for drafting me, peace. Like that's it.
Sometimes they're upset, like if they dropped lower
Oh,
than
yeah,
they
yeah,
wanted to go.
yeah,
And then, and then they get a call from the Bengals and they're like, "Hey, we're
yeah.
drafting you."
Hey, congrats, you're coming to Cincinnati. Thanks. Man, I'm not trying to go to Cincinnati. I might hold out. What?
I had something that I was going to contribute, but I forgot.
Nothing there?
No.
What's a recent commercial that you liked? Like that you're like, all right, cool.
The is it Progressive? The one where he's like coaching people who are like our age who are starting to become their parents.
I didn't see that one. I will say that those commercials are good though.
The progressive ones. Yeah.
I didn't see that one. Was that a progressive one where they?
Let me stop you right there because I remembered what I was going to bring up.
All right, this better be super crazy. The heck? Why is it so awkward? Why does he do it? Why does he look all awkward?
Well, I mean, looking around all freaked out like, oh, these guys are going to use this as my competition now, huh?
Why is he shaking? Who is that?
This is Zach Wilson. He was the number 2 pick for the Jets quarterback. He's from BYU.
He's a quarterback? Okay.
Yeah, he's a quarterback from BYU and he's standing there with the other like top 5 picks.
Swaying back and forth and looking in all directions. All nervous. And then the caption says, "We not in Utah anymore, huh?" I like how someone caught this and just zoomed in on it.
But
funny.
I mean, if you caught that and you were watching it,
oh, I'm dying laughing.
Oh my god.
I'm dying laughing watching something like that. That's hilarious.
He's so awkward.
Yeah. They're like no one's swaying like him. That's crazy.
And he looks like he's 13.
Yeah, he does. He's like the agent or something.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't. One of these is not like the other.
Nah, I didn't see that. That's funny though.
Progressive commercials.
My favorite commercial. Well, okay. I like the Allstate commercials though. I think those are funny.
The Chris Paul.
Chris Paul, Drake, yeah, the Chris Paul commercials. But do you ever see those commercials where they start off where they're like playing basketball one on one, and it starts with like soft music, and he like makes a move, and then he falls, and he's like ah, and then they're like, oh no, are you okay? And then they're like, ouch, I think I got tuberculosis. And then it's like a health commercial. It always starts where they're like playing basketball or something, and then they just fall. It's like, I got hepatitis B or whatever. Like, do you suffer from this or whatever?
Yeah.
And he was like doing a basketball move.
And he's wearing a jersey that has no team name.
No,
and he's number 79.
No, it's 08 or 5. Like,
yep. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that commercial. Yeah, we've all seen it.
Super weird. and then there's always a picture of a human, like a schematic picture, and then there's like a red part, and it's like blinking. It's like
blinking on the owie area.
Yeah. Yeah, and then at the end there's like a bunch of like there's a bunch of words that are like flying up the screen. You have no clue what any of them mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, take this pill. It'll cure you of this disease.
They zoom the words up real fast.
Yeah,
and they say them real fast.
Yeah.
That's why it's in a chipmunk voice when they say the say the side effects.
Yeah, they get twisted to say the fine print.
Man, I made some. Did you ever hear my commercials that I made for the previous podcast?
No. What happened?
I was doing my thing, like where I.
Oh, your fake BS.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I heard him. What? Okay. What was? I don't remember because they're so off the wall. But
yeah. They're floating around out there somewhere. Yeah, I did one ad for guns and trucks. I think it was like a store, maybe. I did another one for a church. That one came out pretty well.
Oh, you went church on it, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so anyways, yeah, progressive is my favorite. You got to see those commercials though, because he's teaching people who are like middle age, like our age, to not do stuff that their parents do. So, yeah, well, I was thinking about what funny things on the commercial there are, but they're not going to be funny. I guess you got to just see the commercial.
You had to be there.
Yeah, you had to be there for the moment.
Okay.
Mayweather, Logan Paul.
All right, let's. It's in June, right?
Yep.
He announced it's in June.
I thought it already had a date, but okay.
Yeah, June 6th, right?
No, but I thought it already had a date before they announced it had a date.
Right. Okay.
Because I thought it was supposed to happen one weekend.
June 5th.
And then it just never happened. And then I was just wondering, like, are we still doing this? You know?
Right. Yeah, it sounds like it's happening now. Showtime got on board and they don't play. So, we'll see. I think this might be a recurring topic. All up until the fight.
Yeah,
But
I mean, it's been postponed so long.
yeah, hey, Floyd, get your money. That's all it is. Because there's no chance this dude does anything.
No. I don't know what the size difference is.
It's
because I know that his brother is like 200.
They said he's like 190 or something like that.
And Floyd's like 150. What?
Yeah, he's like 150 around there.
So they're gonna fight at that difference?
Yeah, I don't know what the difference will be, but Floyd will probably come in around 160. He'll probably train a little bit more. I heard that he didn't train for the McGregor fight, so he'll probably.
You heard he didn't train at all?
Yeah, that's what I've heard, because the way he spars, is the way he fought McGregor. So when he walked him down, basically, covered up, walk him down, power shots, that's he'll do sparring like that. And the normal Floyd, like, stay within reach, counter, pull counter, and pot shotting. Like, he didn't do that against Conor. I think he'll do that this fight.
Why?
Because he's bigger? Because he's bigger, and because it'll be so much easier to just get to the body, and he'll tire him out.
Yeah, and then once he's tired out, then he can kind of start to carve him up.
Yeah, I would say that will be the Floyd recipe because there's no way he loses. You may even be able to make a bet on, like, if he lands a shot.
Yeah, I think that's valid. Like, he might not land a shot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I kept hearing about Jake Paul that he's not bad. I don't, maybe not bad, but like he
knows how to.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he knows. Yeah.
And I haven't heard anything about Logan, and he lost, right? Like, all he has is a loss.
I think he's 0-1, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah.
So, like, Jake Paul, he won one. I mean, no matter who it was against, he won one, and I've heard he's not bad. Like, as far as, sparring or in the gym. But Logan, I haven't heard anything, and he's lost. That's it. So I don't know what. If you're him, what's your game plan? Like, what can you actually say as a game plan?
Yeah, if you're his trainer, try to be as unorthodox as possible, and bull rush. That's all you have.
Yeah.
And you might get caught, but what else? Was he gonna pick Mayweather apart? Like,
yeah.
He has.
That's what I'm saying. If you're a trainer, like, what do you tell the guy?
That's exactly that. Like, Maidana had a little bit of success bull rushing, but you can't even compare that.
No,
I don't know.
It's not the same.
There's just no way. There's no way. Even if Floyd lost a step, there's no way. There's just no way.
Yeah. Are there other fights on the card? Do you know?
I don't know, but that same weekend there's a good fight. Teofimo Lopez, who just took all the belts from Lomachenko. But I don't know. Yeah, there's gonna be some undercard fights because it's gonna be pay-per-view and they'll build up a show. But
do you think that'll make as much as Jake Paul and Ben Askren? Because that one made, I think that one made 1.5.
Well, that was what I think it was 1.5 buys.
Right.
So I don't know. That's a good question. Well, okay, here's the thing. It's going to be in Miami. So there's going to be fans.
Okay. That'll be different.
So there'll be fans. I don't know. That's a good question. It depends on how they build it. How they, this month, how they build it up.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if they're going to do press conference. I mean, I'm sure they will.
Yeah. I saw Floyd is by the time this airs, the episode will be out with $1 million worth of game. So that podcast, so he came out on there. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how. That's a good question. I don't. The reason I don't know is because I don't know about Jake Paul. I don't know how big a star he is in the YouTube world and all that, and how that translates. But whatever it is, Floyd's taking all those. Not taking all of them, but he's basically bringing them to his world.
Right.
And so it's actually a smart move. Like business wise.
I wonder if if Floyd beats Logan, does it then become Floyd versus Jake?
I think that's what what I've been hearing.
Because I mean, Logan's not going to beat Floyd, so Floyd will take care of him.
Neither one is.
I won't. Yeah, neither one. But I'm saying he'll take care of Logan Paul, and then whether Jake Paul finds another fight and actually has another fight before then, no, he won't.
Yeah.
So like
that's what he should.
So he'll be waiting.
No, he will. If he's smart,
you think Jake Paul will have another fight before June?
No, not before, but around that time, so he could line up the next fight with Floyd. That would be his ultimate like.
Well, I'm saying he wait till this fight happens, then Floyd beats Logan, and then make Floyd and Jake Paul.
No, because if you're Jake Paul, you want another fight under your belt, at least.
Why?
Because you want to look. Who cares who it is? You're gonna get these. I didn't know who Ben Askren was.
But it has to be somebody that he can beat, because if he loses everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He does the boxing thing where it's like a fight. It's like the stay busy fight.
Right.
Right. So he does that, gets his rounds in or whatever. He just gets more experience. He just fought, but you don't want to take that much time.
It's only like 2 months.
That's a long time.
He just fought.
Well, Floyd's not going to turn around and fight.
No, but
you build
that up. It wouldn't make sense for. Well, I mean, Jake Paul could have fought the next day because the fight only lasted for 30 seconds or whatever it was.
Yeah, but you want to build the fight.
Right. I mean, he hasn't announced who he's fighting yet. I heard Tyson Fury's younger brother was in the mix.
Yeah, I heard something like that.
But he wants Tyson Fury on the card, I think. But I don't know. I could see him waiting to pick, and then once Floyd beats Logan, then calling out Floyd.
I'm almost
done. But McGregor is also another one too.
Yeah. I'd like to see that. I'm almost done with I'm not quite, because I really haven't indulged, but I'm almost done with the YouTuber boxing.
See, but here's where, because we're waiting for the reckoning to happen. Like, we're waiting for the moment when Jake Paul or Logan Paul, they get to face Floyd, or people who, like, all these MMA guys who want to, fight Jake Paul. Like, as people who are watching this whole thing go down, I'm watching it for the ending, not for this part. Not for the part where Jake Paul is ascending and, and winning, because if he's going to, if he's fighting, Nate Robinson and Ben Askren, it's when he gets to the point where he actually fights a Floyd or whatever, or whoever he ends up fighting, somebody who can actually hurt him, But even then, I don't think they're gonna do that either. They're all just trying to make money.
Yeah, that's
like they're not trying to hurt each other. Like,
right. Yeah, so that's why I'm kind of over it. It's too much variables, too much weird. Like, it's not. I don't know. I'm a huge boxing fan, so it's like I want to see the best fight the best. So the like exhibitions are cool, but then it's like, all right, let's get to the real. You know what I mean?
I think it's also helpful, like when we see Floyd fight Logan, to show how big of a gap there is. Like with with Floyd and with somebody who's a total amateur. Like I think that'll have some novelty to it. At least you get to see, like it's like watching. Sometimes you've seen regular people try to do stuff that pro athletes do.
Yeah, but also it's like, how much is he gonna train? How much
Floyd?
is Floyd gonna take it serious?
But he doesn't need to.
That's what I'm saying. So it's gonna be like, all right,
he doesn't need to, and it'll still be like you're watching two different people do two different things. Like you'll be watching one guy punching, and you'll be watching another guy boxing.
I think this will be sort of the height of it. Because would you want to see that happen again? Like, would you want to see that happen?
I think the height
Jake
of
Paul?
it will be the fall of Jake Paul.
Okay, so what's the difference between Logan and Jake? Like,
because
no
Logan
offense.
hasn't won.
They're both. I mean, who are they fighting? Like, they're not fighting boxers. It's like, oh, he's beat two cab drivers. Oh, he beat a Uber driver. Like, or he lost to this, Lyft driver. Like, it's just, no disrespect. It's just not the same thing. I don't know.
It's not.
Speaking of boxing, though, I was watching the Mike Tyson podcast, and they had Shakur Stevenson on, who we know
My favorite.
Yeah, your favorite, but I'm a big Shakur fan. And Mike Tyson is the worst host. He's the absolute worst host. So he has all these, he keeps having these different people on to help co-host with him. But the problem is there's no continuity. And so he's had like Brennan Schaub on, he's had Zab Judah on, he's had other people on to help co-host with him, because he's been doing a lot of fight, like boxers and MMA guy, like on the podcast. And he had an MMA guy, what's his name? Cejudo? Henry Cejudo? Whatever.
I don't know.
Anyways, he had him on, and he's like co-hosting or trying to co-host, because Mike Tyson just says random stuff, and he breaks the premise of the show almost. Like, he's just out there mispronouncing people's names. I remember they brought up Jamal Charlo, and he's calling him Cholo. He's Shakur's bringing up people that he fought, or just they're talking about boxers, and Mike Tyson just he just keeps saying, pull up the fights, and they're just watching the fight, and no one's speaking. At one point, he pulls out his phone and starts texting during the podcast.
Who, Mike Tyson?
Yeah. It was so hilarious. But yeah, nah, it was just it's mad awkward with Mike Tyson, but it's Mike Tyson, so he's gonna get
Yeah.
views no matter what.
I mean, I want to view it.
It's funny. And I'm a big Shakur Stevenson fan because I think he's gonna be of this new generation. He's gonna be the guy that just keeps winning.
No.
Yeah.
I don't like to lose. Second.
Yep. Shakur Stevenson. Yep. Nah, but all jokes aside, I think he's gonna be the guy out of everyone that just keeps winning and keeps beating everyone.
How old is that kid?
I think he's 22, 23, maybe.
Okay. What weight class?
He's 130.
Golly. And what is that called?
He's
Teeny tiny weight? Ballerina size boxers. Jockey size boxers. 130 pounds.
I've never.
At the top of the teeny tiny division, Shakur Stevenson. How'd the fight go, Shakur?
I don't like to lose. Second.
I've never heard teeny tiny to describe someone.
Well, shit, I've never heard 130 for a male boxing weight class.
Oh man.
The funny thing is,
The level of disrespect to say
if I ran
tiny.
into a teeny tiny, he would destroy me.
Teeny tiny is hilarious. Teeny tiny. That's just so disrespectful. Oh, you box? What weight you at? Teeny tiny? Man. God damn. Oh man. So 130 is, let's see, super featherweight. Yeah, I'm not good with the names. I just know that.
So there's featherweight and there's super featherweight. God.
There's tiny and there's teeny.
Tiny and the teeny
disrespectful. Not even tiny. Teeny tiny. That's disrespectful. If someone ever called you teeny tiny, oh my god. But yeah, there's super feather. 126 is featherweight.
There's lower weight classes. I thought that was the lowest. Super teeny tiny.
Yeah, there's super teeny tiny weights. There's lower than that.
Are you serious?
Oh, way lower. There's what? There's bantamweight.
Bantamweight is lower than that?
Yeah, there's junior bantamweight.
God.
The lowest is no. Okay, but these people, there's not a lot. You got to be into boxing to be able to like know some of the boxers. Like at 130, pretty much is when it start like getting people that are exciting.
If you're a man and you are
If you're teeny
less
tiny,
than 130, you don't have enough body mass for me to know who you are. And you gotta. You're just physically not big enough
the
of a
lowest
person.
is straw weight.
Like that you just blow in the wind, that you float.
Straw weight. It's 105.
That's
What he
it?
said.
That's the lowest?
Yeah. He said
Damn.
teeny tiny weight.
Super teeny tiny.
Super teeny. Itty bitty teeny tiny.
That's like one of those colleges, like, where'd you play at? North Dakota
State.
Southwestern Appalachian State A&M Tech,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
God, I was watching that Last Chance U, the football season of it.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen that season? The school in
I've never seen any of them
Kansas.
besides the basketball one.
So they go to this school in Kansas. I think it's called Independence. I think it's what it's called. And they have a bunch of bounce backs from like their quarterback went to Florida State, I think. The quarterback actually went to Westlake.
Okay.
So played at Westlake, played at Oaks Christian, and then from there went to Florida State, but then had like some problems, behavior problem, whatever, and then ended up at this JUCO. But there's a bunch of guys, with character issues, like a lot of times happens at a JUCO, and the coach is this dude it's a white dude from Compton, and he grew up in Compton, and so like he talks like he's from Compton, and he recruits like dudes from all over, but like he'll go into any neighborhood, recruit any neighborhood, and he identifies with them, like
Yeah.
the guy grew up in a situation like that too. So, but it's just like a weird optic,
Yeah.
So, but this guy he's terrible. He's a terrible coach. Like, I don't even know football like that as far as coaching wise, but you can just tell the way that he interacts with the players. Like, you've seen it before. You've seen the JUCOs where everybody's there for themselves.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's bought into the program.
Yeah. It's tough to buy.
Everybody blames each other.
Yeah.
Like the coaches blame each other. The coaches yell at each other.
Yeah. There's some
It's that
blow-ups
JUCO.
of epic proportions sometimes.
Exactly. Like it's that junior college.
Oh,
And I
that's
think
good.
that Netflix, probably picked this school because it has a good record, interesting
Oh.
story, interesting coach, and it's like the bad side of JUCO. It really is. Like I think you see the good side of it with the basketball season that we saw.
Okay. Oh, is this one real bad? Like good, made for TV?
It's bad. No, it's just like every single game, the quarterback will do something, and then the coach just starts turning on him. The quarterback knows the coach doesn't have faith in him. The coaches are arguing among themselves, and then they'll yell at the players on the field. Players yelling off the field, like players who can't be coached, and it's and nobody's doing their homework. There's one teacher who's super weird and crazy. But I feel like Netflix, they didn't know what they were getting themselves into with that one.
In a good way or bad way?
I think in a bad way. Like
It's not good TV?
like it's good. No, it's good. You're right. So I mean, either way, it's good. It's captivating.
Yeah, they don't care.
No, they don't care.
They're like, ruin these people's lives. It's good for TV. Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy to see the differences with football and basketball though too. Like football is such a different thing, it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, there's more roster spots too. So there's more. It seems like maybe there's more opportunity.
Plus, and it's so separate, defense and offense.
Yeah.
They're pretty separate.
Oh, yeah.
Like
all
the different position groups, like they'll break into different rooms or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, basketball, it's like you're
Everybody's in there. Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
like everybody's kind of together, but Lakers Clippers playoffs coming up.
yeah, it seems like the Clippers can't really get to number 2 and they may be stuck in that third. And the Lakers, even though they just got LeBron back, they might go to 6. They could stay 5. They could maybe drop to 6. So if they're 3 and 6, that means the
So
Clippers.
so the way that the playoffs work, because it's different now, right?
Well, it's the play in with what 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Okay, 7, 8, 9, and 10 are the play-in teams,
Yeah.
and then if you're in the top 6, then
If you're in the top 6, you're good. You're staying where you're at.
okay, and then the 7, 8, 9, and 10 play for
7 and 8. I
the
guess.
last for
Yeah.
7 and 8.
Yeah.
Well, but so if they're playing for 7 and 8, then
I have no clue. I think record or maybe they play off that last
Okay.
spot. I'm not sure.
but that makes sense though. Then if the Lakers did end up at 6 and the Clippers were at 3, then yeah.
Yeah, and then they would face each other in the first round, which would be kind of
Right.
crazy.
Yeah, I mean, at least we wouldn't have
Fans.
to wait for the Western Conference Finals because we don't want to have to depend on that.
Yeah, fans. They've never faced each other in the playoffs. Yeah, it'd be crazy.
Yeah. What's the fan capacity at, you know?
No, I don't. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Either
But-
way.
But by then, it might be what? When did they say that they were opening LA up? June, right?
I don't know.
I think they said June 15th. I want to say is what
If so,
they-
that should
is
be about
that-
then.
be around.
They probably timed it for that.
I don't know. Let's see. So yeah, it'll be maybe around there, but yeah, that would be crazy if it's first round matchup. If everyone's healthy,
Yeah.
both teams.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the Clippers as far as
Well, Kawhi's had been out for a while. I mean, it was more so rest or whatever. Pat Bev's been out. Serge Ibaka's been out. Yeah, he's laughing because he's probably not hurt.
I don't think LeBron I think they held LeBron and AD out longer than they needed to too. You don't think so?
Maybe, yeah, maybe. But I mean, both of
I
them.
feel like they did.
They physically you could tell that they got injured. Kawhi never got.
Yeah.
Like,
Kawhi never did?
I mean, no, he never fell down and started
Or at least
crying
not in a game.
No, he never got. He never. No, it's the load management type stuff.
Oh, it's not like an injury.
I mean, I'm sure he's nursing. He may be nursing something, but it's not like AD and LeBron where they visibly
Coming
fell
back from an injury.
Yeah. But I mean, and Serge Ibaka, who they've been missing, and then obviously LeBron and AD. So we'll see if they match up. That would be dope if they matched up together.
Yeah.
But
if everything
who
lined up
is-
to where they matched up together and they're healthy,
Right.
you know,
That'd be pretty cool.
that'd be a crazy way to start off the playoffs.
Right. Yeah, first time.
And
they'd
the
ever
Lakers
meet.
win, and then they go all the way to the finals. That'd
Is
be cool
one
if it turned
scenario.
out that way.
Yeah, I'm sure you'd like that. But I don't think this is the Clippers' year.
Oh. Why?
They had to go through what they went through last year.
Didn't they go through all those other years that they lost before that?
Yeah, but they got rid of Montrez.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah, he's too mentally unstable.
I'm back.
When I
12
saw
points.
him do that in the bubble, he came back from his little quarantine, and then he was like struggling, dang, like wasn't doing nothing, and then he had like a put back layup, and he screamed at the top of his lungs, "I'm back." I was just like, God, how are you back? Yeah, that was bad. But nah, he didn't show up in the playoffs. I'm not saying he hurt us, but he didn't show up in the playoffs.
Well, what about Doc Rivers, right?
Yeah, they had a lot of issues. I mean, I think there was a bunch of issues. Lemon Pepper Lou Williams, Doc Rivers made
Wait,
zero.
but what? But you mean like Lou Williams was a problem?
No. I'm a big Lou Williams guy, but he went to Magic City and went to the strip club and had lemon pepper wings. Like, come on. So that plus you had Doc Rivers literally never making any adjustments at halftime, and then Paul George going through whatever the hell he was going through.
Yeah,
He hit the side
he's
of the
done that
back.
before though.
He hit the side of the backboard.
Yeah, he did.
Kawhi had a bad game in Game 7. So there was a bunch of stuff. But I think they had to go through that. And in addition by subtraction, plus they got a couple of people, I think they'll be straight.
If they lose, man, I mean, if they lose in the first round to the Lakers, what do you... I mean, do you think they're just destined to lose forever?
I like I said, I think they're gonna win the championship this year. I honestly think they're gonna win the championship this year. I think they got the deepest team. I think they got this deepest team, and they went through enough last year with the same group to win it all. I think it'll be the Bucks and the Clippers in the final. That's what I got right now.
So you think the Bucks beat the Nets?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think if the Nets are healthy, are they healthy right now? I don't think they are.
No,
I thought Harden
KD's still. Yeah, KD's still kind of coming back.
KD's always
I think
that's the thing. I don't think they're going to be healthy.
I don't know, but I think Drew Holiday is the thing that gets them over the hump. The Bucks, because of his defense.
Yeah, I could see that.
And he can defend KD really well.
Drew Holiday.
Huh. Yep, I've seen KD have problems with Drew Holiday.
Wow.
And obviously he's not going to stop him, but he's going to do enough to. I think that's what brings them over.
Yeah.
And they don't have enough to defend Giannis. And I just think they're a better cohesive team. So I think it'll be Eastern Conference Finals, but yeah, I think that'll be.
I think Philly's in there too.
Yeah, I do too. But I just don't. I don't know. I'm not big on their. I don't know. There's something about Tobias Harris. I don't think he shows up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, Paul George is gonna have to prove that one to me because I don't know if he's going to.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I think Kawhi is gonna do his thing, but Paul George is the one he's got to play at his best. He has to play his best basketball.
And he has this year, so he's just got to carry it over into the playoffs.
Yeah.
What do you think about Elon Musk hosting SNL?
I don't think he's a very funny guy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why? Like, what type of man? He's gonna be on there like, oh, like I'm just thinking of the Joe Rogan when he was on Joe Rogan.
Yeah, he's super awkward.
Yeah, and that was
Even when
that
he's
was
talking to
him
Rogan.
drinking whiskey,
Yeah, and like
smoking weed.
you know,
and
with
drinking-
Rogan, like he know. I think he's cool with kind of with Rogan. Like you know, he's not live on Saturday Night
from
Live,
New
you know?
York,
Yeah, he's not live from New York.
live from Ox City. Yeah, no, I don't think I don't know. There's someone else hosting with him. To be fair, I forget
Somebody
who it
helping
is.
him?
It's like Miley Cyrus or someone.
What?
I forget who it is, but it's someone else is hosting with him.
Okay, that's a weird combo, but I honestly, I bet you it's gonna make for some good sketches.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I. It could because of his. What's the word?
Because
Ambiguity.
of his weirdo,
Yeah.
awkwardness would be my guess. Man, I want to know who he's co-hosting with.
You saw that he was like, people are gonna die about going to the
No.
moon and stuff, or going to Mars.
No.
Yeah.
What did he say? No, I know. I heard something about it.
It was like some interview where he was interviewed with like his shoes off. Yeah, he was doing an interview outdoors with his shoes off. and the thing that everyone was like tripping out about was the fact that he was like, yeah, people might die. People will probably die. Like initially.
Oh, about his mission.
Yeah.
About SpaceX.
I think so. Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I would not want to hear that.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy to say that. But here's the thing, people will still go.
Yeah, people still go. I mean, when they
It's
did
honestly
the
a genius move.
what, just
You're
to
like,
say
I
that?
told you.
I mean, yeah. When you look back on it. I don't know why I'm seeing here the SNL cast won't be forced to appear with controversial host Elon Musk. Why is he controversial?
I mean, I don't know.
Because he said that?
Nah, I doubt because he said that.
Oh, and it does look like Miley Cyrus is...
Yeah.
What are they doing?
It's about to be a twerk
They
session.
all... Damn. They are a lot. Have a lot going on here. Well, yeah, I'll tune in. I'm definitely interested to see how it goes.
Yeah. It might be a train wreck, so.
It sounds like it's going to be. Yeah, I like Elon Musk. I'm interested in him. I always thought it was, like the first time I heard about him, they were talking about calling him the real Iron Man.
Yeah, he was in
Remember
Iron
that?
Man,
Or
that,
the
right?
real Tony Stark.
The real Tony
Yeah,
Stark.
He was in it, right?
He was in the second or third one, yeah.
Like Tony Stark talks to him.
Yeah,
Or he
when
runs
he
into him, right?
when Tony Stark runs into the counter with that dude who has like the whiplash things.
Whiplash thing.
With the like
Oh,
cables and stuff.
Yeah.
The jump ropes.
Yeah.
The electric jump rope. He before
Yeah.
he
Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, when he runs into him, before he runs into him, he's like, he's at some like little club or something, and he's Elon Musk is there. He's like, hey, I got what do you say? He got like a plan for a electric jet or something, or electric helicopter or something. He's like,
Which he probably does.
I know, right?
if Elon Musk is like the real
Iron Man.
life
Tony Stark.
Iron Man, Tony Stark, if you were gonna guess, like say there was a Batman, like say somebody started doing that,
Mm-hmm.
and you had to and you were just trying to guess who was doing it, like who Batman was.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think who do you think the top candidates would be?
Bill Gates. Without the glasses, he's Batman.
Without the glasses, he's 30 years younger.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. I think maybe, I don't know, he didn't really have he doesn't have that vibe to him.
Mm.
He needs to be somebody motivated.
The Rock.
No, you know what? I know who it is. It's Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, he seems dumb enough. Keanu. Shout out to Keanu. But yeah, are we done?
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah. Shout out to all the listeners. We from all over. We got some more countries on board. Did you see that?
Oh, no.
Yeah, we got some new countries that started listening.
Socialists? Communists? Right.
Hold on. I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't want to disrespect your country. Hold on. The countries, it was two new countries that started listening.
Two new countries? Two
Yeah.
countries that just became countries?
New countries to our podcast. Oh, Argentina
Okay.
and oh, I guess it's one new country. I don't know. Oh, Argentina. Oh, and Mexico. Shout out to Mex. Yeah.
Shout out to Argentina and Mexico.
Yeah, we got the Spanish countries on deck. But yeah, shout out to everyone who's listening. And all the Patreon subscribers too that are subscribing on patreon.com/live from Ox City. For honestly, we got what 20 some episodes?
29? This will be 29,
No.
I think.
On Patreon.
This will be 29.
How many do we have on Patreon?
Oh, on Patreon. 19.
19? Okay, so that's 20.
Yeah.
You got to round up on that. So we got 20 episodes on Patreon. So shout out to the Patreon subscribers. If you want extra content where we turn up, head there right now.